Alright, so most people think of drones as like war machines and things to search out people and kill them, but actually they're more used for civilian uses, and firemen use them to go and search out areas where they couldn't go without air mobility, I guess. So.
When the military adopted drones, they used it to spy on terrorists and track down like bombing squads in Iraq and Afghanistan. But the Icona is used to like track down wildfires and stuff.
And sometimes it's used for like biology and used in the desert to look for animals, and it's used more for civilian than.
There's a couple features that separate the Icona from a regular plane, like such as the V-tail, because it has 4 points of air contact. Like the air currents can come on the top of the V-tail and on the bottom, and these flaps, they control the elevators and the rudders.
So tell us a little about how this project started. You guys, it's a school project?
Well, yeah, one of the kids at our school, his dad works for the Air Law Institute, and one of his clients gave us this plane to make. So
we wrote a leadership essay on like what the topic was. What characteristics do you need to be a leader in air design?
I see. Okay. And so how long did it take you guys to build it?
4 or 5 months.
4 or 5 months.
I'm working on it every Friday.
Did you build it as a class?
Well, no, it was more like we had 7 people. Xavier, me, Nico, and then 4 other people that couldn't make it. So they all helped. We had 2 people doing the design, which was going to be NASA on the top and Starfleet Academy on the bottom. And then we had 2 people, Nico and another kid called Jake, who were working on getting the servos to move the ailerons and the V-tail. And then we had me, Xavier, and Charlie, which were working on just general and everything, and then mostly getting the servo cables connected to there, and then threading the servo cables through the wings and up into the main cockpit part.
So Xavier, what have you got anything in here to add?
We had to hook up all the servos, which would control everything, and with 6 ports, it was sort of tricky because we would need something like, I think it was called a Y cable, but instead we had to hook it up to 2 separate areas that could be controlled by the same motion. So we had to use trial and error to see how we could hook all this up, because it didn't give us very clear instructions.
So you guys have learned all about that stuff then, huh?
Yeah.
The process for building this plane was more like when in doubt, follow the instructions.
Yeah, but so we did. Our friends did a center of gravity test, and it was too tail heavy, so we had to put some weight at the front. So we put some foam and then a weight underneath it, and the foam was to hold the battery, so it wasn't actually touching the weight.
Very good. Anything else you guys want to add to it?
What school are you guys from?
Old Town Academy.
Old Town.
You guys excited to see it fly?
Yes,
yeah.
definitely.
All right, are you ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
But how about airlines?
We had to drive his new 2014 Corvette.
The new Corvette is pretty awesome.
All right.
Everybody back here. We'll get behind these things here.
The sun was cracked and this must have...
It just hit it just right and strobed it.
Xavier, come on. Xavier. What do we stand for? Trying to test one.
It's flying! Woo! Good job, gentlemen. Yeah! Not bad for having no clue at all about aviation. Not the one flying. That's a different issue. Completely different issue.
Hey, fly, do that hell.
Out here.
You know, it's just like.
Yeah, it was. We didn't go way off.
It's a push engine rather than a pull.
You give it gas and it goes up. You guys step back here. Okay, we step back behind here, guys, because he's gonna land. You gotta be behind the barrier.
Saw an aircraft carrier landing on one of the... Good to get these. That was cool. Good show. That was very good. Don't drop it, Tom. Yay! Remember not to drop it. Oh my goodness. We'll check the
I'll do pictures since you're gonna do video.
So you built this project at school. There was a team of how many you built it. It was mention airborne
Wait, but we don't know any.
trying to remember some of the things we learned about batteries, we learned about radio, we learned about servos, we learned about V-tails.
Let's bring it down to the center. Let's put the circle in the center so we get the
Let's just first get a picture. Why don't you guys all stand behind it? No, pick that up. We don't want that. We don't want to cover it. We're gonna get it in there. There we go.
Tom, no.
Okay, ready? Yep. 3, 2, one more.
It's like you start eating something and the dog comes up and sits right here.
A ver, Nico, una foto.
Nico, the photo.
Más
yeah.
fotos?
Well, I didn't take one yet for our family. Ready?